Happy Friday! It's a Friday. I'm done work. I'm a happy boy. And I'm gonna be real happy. We get some awesome goddamn game trailers here. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see what's going on. Turn on the audio for that so you guys can hear that. Hopefully, the audio doesn't sound too bad. If anything does sound off to you folks in the chat, let me know.
Please welcome to the stage the creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
But we'll see what happens here. I mean, the only thing I think I've been spoiled to is apparently Borderlands 4 is going to be here. That is the one thing that I managed to not escape. I've seen the news that apparently Dragon Age has a new title. I don't know if that means anything, though. But we'll certainly find out. But we're apparently here for about 2 hours, so we'll see what happens.
Welcome to Summer Game Fest 2024. You ready to see some video games?
No.
We are so thrilled.
Specifically here for Sonic the Hedgehog 3 trailer. That's what Chris at least tells me.
Live from the YouTube theater here in LA. Now, if you're watching this show, first of all, welcome. I know everyone around the world is joining us for this special moment. And I know if you watch this show, you don't just play.
Jeff, no offense. No offense. You said special moment. You told us there isn't going to be anything major. You told us not to be surprised by anything. What moment?
Creators around the world over the next 2 hours.
There's not going to be a moment.
But let's also face it, this has been a tumultuous and difficult year with company layoffs and studio closures, which have disappointed all of us. But there's also something else happening. Our industry is evolving and changing. And thanks to digital distribution, smaller teams and new creators are finding incredible success. Take a look at this list from Game Discover of the top 10 best-selling new games on Steam so far this year. 2 of them are considered, big company games, but the other 8 come from indie, mid-sized teams or solo.
It's almost like, as we've said on this show, that it doesn't need to be a multi-9-figure budgeted game anymore. Doesn't need to be that. Make a good fucking game and people will buy it.
There are many paths to sustainability and success. And that's what makes this.
It's not complicated. I don't know why Well, actually, I do know why. It's because there's a bunch of business people that have no idea what the hell they're in. They just put money into an industry thinking they'd make money.
Over the next 2 hours, we'll have big franchises.
It's no surprise now that we're getting a bunch of indie developers that actually know what the hell they're doing because they, God forbid, they actually like the industry, so they know what the hell they're doing. What a novel concept.
We invited to be part of this show because we think this platform is important as a way to show you new things that you might not even know about. So when you see a game that piques your interest, please wishlist it, or even better, send it to a friend and get them excited. That's how.
Thank you for saying wishlisted, not pre-order, because no pre-orders.
And we are going to do that today over the next 2 hours, as we have a lot of games to show you, plus Day of the Devs directly after with even more indie titles. So should we get to the games?
Maybe.
All right. It all begins right now. Here's our first announcement.
Next.
Hey, look, this is Hot Dog Guy auditioning for the lead and unannounced action game.
We see you as more of a sidekick.
Oh, sure, I get that a lot, but check out my range. Okay. Rage! Empathy. Oh, hilarity! This guy! Strength!
Gorilla? Oh, that's the Lego thing they were talking about. Okay.
Hey, neat costume. I gotta get me one of those. Ooh, sandwich.
That's fucking cool. Kaylan is gonna absolutely adore this.
That hot dog guy is Aloy, an amazing video game lead.
Thunderjaw went mad and is tearing through the valley.
Don't worry, I'll bring it down. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, right in the eye. And hot fire attack.
A lonely hero, hunting machines all by herself.
Hello, I have friends, you know.
Let's do this!
Right. A friendly hero, hunting with her pals.
Ow, hey, whose side are you on?
Exploring,
Wow, what is this place?
collecting all the shiny things.
Woohoo, money!
Now again, ain't for me, because I mean, I don't mind the Lego games, but I find that, you know, it's not my demographic, so it doesn't really pique my interest, but this shit's cool as hell. Like, despite that I won't probably end up playing this, like, this is awesome. I love the fact that this is getting done.
There you go. Wasn't that fun? That was LEGO Horizon Adventures coming out later this year for PlayStation, but also day one on PC and Nintendo Switch. It's a playful, lighthearted story inspired by the world of Horizon, designed with two-player action in mind, supporting couch and online co-op. All right, now we're going to completely shift the tone to the next game from Torn Banner Studios, the developers behind Chivalry 2. For their next project, they are proud to announce No More Room in Hell 2, the sequel to the 2011 award-winning Source mod. 8 players start.
I've never heard of it before.
And it's up to you to find your friends and survive with permadeath. Here is the first look.
Okay, give me some multiplayer shenanigans. Depends though. If it's too scary, no. Okay, some sort of like a Resident Evil setup, but like a party survival sort of deal. Okay, yeah, I think I can get behind this.
Coming this Halloween. Looks really, really intense. All right, to introduce our next game, please join me in welcoming someone who I've known for over a decade.
Yep, I'd definitely be playing that. I got friends that would be super into that shit.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth last year when she was sitting in the audience. Well, this year, she's joining us on stage. We're thrilled to have her with us. Please welcome Curious Joy.
Thank you, Jeff. Hi, everyone. I am so excited to be here at Summer Game Fest.
Who are you?
Today to share some
I'm too old for this.
More super fun trailers. So let's get straight to another world premiere. This is a highly anticipated game from a beloved franchise. Let's take a look.
As young witches and wizards, we all dream of soaring through the sky like our favorite heroes.
Oh, we finally getting a Quidditch game?
When it comes to Quidditch, we've all wondered.
Yeah!
Do we have what it takes to be the next Quidditch star?
Let's fucking go! It only took, what, 20 years?
Toughest opponents?
You know what? Let's Google it. How long has it been?
Composure in the face of adversity. To chase your dreams at any price.
How long has it been since the PS2 GameCube era game? That was... Yeah, it has been 21 years. Depending on when this game comes out, it'll be 21 in full. It came out October 28th, 2003.
So ask yourself, do you have what it takes? Do you have the heart of a Quidditch champion?
So it won't be quite 21 years, but...
That's Harry Potter Quidditch Champions launching worldwide on September 3rd for consoles and PC. Now we move from the
I didn't look at the screen for a second, so whenever I see Champions, I went, oh no, don't tell me it's a mobile game.
Up in Seattle, who's been making games all
It's okay,
by
we're
himself
safe.
a decade.
For
His
now.
last title, Choo Choo Charles, was a fan favorite, and he showed me this next game a few months ago, and I really wanted to debut it here. Get ready to backstab, race, or cooperate with up to 20 of your friends in Cuff Bust.
No, don't drop the soap. Okay, maybe drop the soap there. That makes sense. Okay, that's... Alright. I don't know if I'm in on this because it feels very much like the meant for the much younger crowd to just go crazy with. This is definitely a streamer game too. But like this looks silly. I'm okay with that. Okay, maybe not for kids. I was about to say, it was fine until the swear word and then the clear weed referencing came in.
That's a fun one, right? And remember, that's all made by one person. Congratulations, Gavin. So glad to have that on stage. All right, next one of this year's most anticipated games is Star Wars Outlaws, coming out on August 30th.
All right, I correct myself. This is going to be Kaylan's favorite trailer.
First open-world Star Wars game where you live the life of a scoundrel. On Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific, you'll get to see a full gameplay showcase during Ubisoft's forward.
Never mind, this might not be.
The continuing Summer Game Fest events, but right now we've got an exclusive new glimpse at the game, just a small taste of what's to come.
A friend needs a little something stolen.
Let's raise the stakes.
I'm still going to say it at this point, like, until this thing comes out, I have zero trust in anything that Ubisoft puts out that's like this. Because this looks fine. I don't trust it, though.
We should get moving.
Especially with a trailer like this. This means nothing to me. Because it's all, like, just taking 2-second snippets that doesn't have any context to anything you do.
I think I spotted Lando there. So great. And by the way, I'm just noticing everything we've shown you so far, I think is going to be, coming out, this year, Cuff Bust. I'm not quite sure, but it's so cool that there's stuff that we're going to get to.
Don't jinx it, Jeff.
All right, well, moving back to smaller teams, a few weeks ago, I had a chance to play through this next game, and I have to say, it is really spectacular. Neva comes from Nomada Studio, the creators of the Game Award-winning game Grease. It chronicles the story of Alba, a woman bound to a curious wolf cub. Here's your first ever look at the gameplay.
I've still never played Grease. I've heard a lot of good things about it, it's never been something I've gotten around to. Well, here's your cozy game. Maybe. I mean, I assume it's gonna stay cozy. Alright, so we're not quite staying cozy the entire time. I think at some point we saw a trailer for this before, didn't we? This seems familiar. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we saw a trailer of this somewhere last year.
Trust me, that game is such a true work of art, especially when we get into some of the combat. It is tons of fun to play. And there's much more coming later today in the Devolver Direct, which will air directly after the Day of the Devs on this same stream. So we've got lots more for you. All right, next, it's time for our next game announcement.
Study the past if you would define the future.
All are architects of fate, working in these walls of time.
Let us all for death prepare, or on the last great journey fare.
Let me not then die ingloriously and without a struggle.
Trying to figure out where this is going.
Some great thing that shall be told among
Unless it's like a Civ game, maybe?
each of us shall endure this world's life until the end.
It's kind of the sense I'm getting is that this could be a Civ game.
Your names shall not be lost.
So it shall be.
So it shall be.
Yep. Boom! Well, there goes at least a couple of months of Chris's time.
Praxis team, we are thrilled to finally announce that Civilization 7 is coming day and date to PC and consoles next year. I'm in awe of the amazing team that has brought us to this moment, but we also have to thank you, our incredible fans around the world, for your overwhelming support of this franchise.
You're welcome.
Over
I don't know what I did, but you're welcome.
We can't wait to share more, and we hope you'll join us later this summer for the full reveal of Civilization 7. In the meantime, stay civilized.
Well, we made it a little while without seeing this kind of a setting. We did manage to get a good chunk of games in before that. Because it seems like we have a theme this year, and Asian mythology, or some sort of an Asian setting, seems to be a big one as of recent. Didn't we get a trailer this last year? Yeah, that's right. That is not a trailer you put up there if you're not going to show anything else. Well, I guess when your game's coming out in 2 months, you don't need to show any more of your game. But what do I know? No offense to them, but I don't know what you are, so you kind of need to show me something if you want me to get interested in pre-ordering your shit. And now we're, I don't know if it's going to be a longer VR section, but now we're in the section that I'm like, I can't even partake if I want to.
To build the monolith.
than it wished for. Not progress, but chaos.
Chaos.
Every new height brings a terrible fall. And yet hope still glimmers, even in the depths of the unknown, like mayflies. We die to live again. The smallest creatures show the greatest resilience.
I'm still trying to decide if I'm interested or if I'm going, this just seems like Redfall, but with more. With Redfall, but trying to be a little funkier.
What does greatness mean to you? Born great. I was made for this. Born great. I'll make 'em pay for this.
Well, there's always sections in these things where you go, yeah, this is where you can basically like take a bathroom break if you need to, but I can't. It's too risky. I don't have anybody else to cover for me.
Have any of you faced Tyranids before? Only these past 2 days? Then there is much to learn. The numbers are endless.
Feels like now that you can't go any of these showcases without at least a Warhammer game or two. There's just so many of them getting produced now.
All right, welcome back to Summer Game Fest. We've got.
I mean, apart from No Room in Hell 2, there hasn't been that de facto like, all right, yeah, that's going to be on my list right away.
They are legendary creators who are working on a brand new.
But I mean, that's one more, or actually it's a lie. So we're as many as the PlayStation one is. That's kind of how I'm gauging it. You know, how many games am I wish listing automatically just from watching the trailer?
And Shigenori Sojiba.
Oh, so we're getting the Persona that isn't Persona game?
ありがとうございます。アトラスの橋野です。今日は副島さんと一緒にこのステージに立ててとても光栄に思ってます。
Thank you, everybody. It is a pleasure to be here. My name is Hashino, and I am the director of Metaphor. It is a pleasure to be here with Mr. Soejima.
このゲームはね、アーキタイプという他のゲームでいうところのジョブですね。その姿に主人公たちが変身して明日の未来のために戦うというとても熱い RPG です。
This game is an RPG in which the party members transform into their jobs, which we call archetypes. These archetypes
Persona.
allow you to fight against your enemies.
アーキタイプは誰もが持つ不安。不安と向き合うことによって覚醒する力。
I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing, by the way. Fucking these games are awesome, so if this game is awesome too, that just means more for me. I'm good. I'm good with that.
その総数は40種類以上にも及び、経験を積ませると一部のアーキタイプは進化することもできます。
Archetypes are the embodiment of power born from the will to face your fears and anxieties. We gave it our all to instill each and every archetype with a feeling of strength and uniqueness in each of their designs. In total, there will be more than 40 types of archetypes available in the game. These archetypes can gain experience and even evolve. Some of them can evolve into stronger versions.
Why only some of them? Why can't all of them do it?
我々が作ってきた RPG のノウハウをすべて結集させて作っています。とても大きなボリュームの
That's one of the things though that I admit that like with a lot of these games that kind of drives me crazy when they do that whole thing of like, oh, you can do this with you can evolve some of these, but only some of them. It's like, but what if you really like a specific one and it has no evolution? Now you can't play with it anymore, like, because eventually there's going to come a point where the meta is going to lean slowly to the ones that have evolutions, because you know you can do more with it. At least that's what you would assume.
We all have inherited heroic virtues deep within us. The reality is,
The friggin' sound effects even sound like Persona.
we fight. A great evil flows through this land. You have found a way to wield true magic.
It's Persona, except you changed into Persona. Although they probably don't go to school this time.
Followers will gather to your side. Remind people that the same powers lie dormant within them. On guard! You must acquire more archetypes and bring them together.
The vibes are there, although I will say that it's almost to a point of it being too much. I think I might have had like a similar idea when I saw it the first time, where I'm like, I think they might be going too hard. Because the difference between like this and Persona is I feel like with these, they're not matching the background they're in, they're basically taking over the entire screen. And that's not what you want. Like why Persona works so well is because everything works in tandem with each other, whereas I don't know if all the visuals here with this game work in tandem with each other. It feels like they're all fighting for screen time.
Visual designs. Now we're going to jump into the Arkhamverse. Batman Arkham Shadow is a MetaQuest 3 exclusive VR game coming.
I was going to say, you had my attention, even though the part of my brain went, there's no way there's a new one that you wouldn't just talk about it openly like that.
At the story trailer for Batman Arkham Shadow.
And then it was like MetaQuest. I'm like, and there it is.
There's a new darkness overtaking Gotham, driving the city mad. The only light left is from the fire in the streets, casting shadows of rats on everything that was once good. Fear is their weapon. But they're not the only ones who can use it.
It's so interesting how Arkham is always in a consistent, or Arkham City is always, no wait. Gotham City, thank you. It's amazing how Gotham City is always in a state where like good chunks of the town are just fucked. It's if there's anything that I gotta say, it's like Batman's not doing a great job at all, because Gotham is constantly in a state of at least like 25% of the city is completely desolate and destroyed. Okay. I'm sorry, am I supposed to care? Yeah, the fans don't really know what to think about it either.
Now, it is time to update fans on a legendary fighting game franchise. And that includes me. Because I have been a fan of this series ever since one of its first iteration and have been playing each one ever since. So, let's check it out.
Oh, Fatal Fury. Or King of Fighters, whatever. What's up, Terry? That's all people really want to see. Isn't it like a Street Fighter? Oh, so they're doing a crossover event. Another game that I still got to get around to trying at some point, but they never put the price down enough to get me in, because you're not going to get me to play a Street Fighter or a fighting game, even for that matter, unless you're putting under $30 now, because I don't play multiplayer, so it doesn't mean much to me. Like Mortal Kombat on PlayStation is 60% off, and it's at like $35. It's almost there, but it ain't where I want it. Alright, graphically not a fan of this, but this is clearly not what its selling point's gonna be. Not sure if the gameplay's doing it either. And I'm assuming this is like a roguelite. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, seems like a neat idea, but doesn't really do anything for me personally. Okay, get some more Dragon Ball shit. It's crazy though when you think of it. It's like how like Dynasty Warriors just keeps doing similar things over and over. Every Dragon Ball game is the exact same. Just it depends on how it look, like specifically which graphic style it is, and then specifically how the fighting gameplay works. So they're like, oh, it's slightly different because we're just going to give you like a choose your own thing, and by that we mean like one of two options probably. So it's doing the what if thing sort of. But like, I'm so far out of being interested in these anymore, and that's why Dragon Ball Fighters did so well, because Arc System Works came out of nowhere and be like, oh shit, you're making one? So that gets my attention.
Delta Force Hawk Ops, a free-to-play tactical shooter available to play on all platforms. Here's a look at their multiplayer FPS extraction mode.
Team, rally up. We've got a new mission. Operation Lightning Strike. The situation at Zero Dam is now very serious, with conflicts escalating between Havoc Corps and Alsara Guard. It's time to take action. Objective: collect and decode the Mandel Brick located at the tourist center at the southeast region. We need to utilize terrain for stealth insertion. Execute swiftly and silently.
We're in position.
Looks like someone beat us to it. We need to pick up the pace.
Now my question with this is, it's free to play, but it's co-op. What's the catch? It's not multiplayer, or it's not competitive, it seems like. So what's the catch of it being free to play then? Like how are you trying to get them to spend money on it now? Or is there like a competitive element? Yeah. Okay, so never mind. Well, that answers everything.
That's all for mission briefing. The drill is over. Operation commences. Good luck.
But that is not all. The game's premium campaign mode, Black Hawk Down, is a reimagining of the original game that is also fully licensed to recreate moments from the award-winning Ridley Scott movie. Here is your world premiere first look at that gameplay.
Like, I know you gotta sell it, but I'm sitting here being like, Who cares? That movie is how old now?
All units prepared for landing. 2 teams, 1 foot. Clear. Secure and capture a team in your cabinet. Over.
Get down! Get down! Enemy attack! Air strike! Enemy vehicles coming! Vehicle under attack!
Yeah. Like I love like and there's more and I'm like, okay, what else was the oh, all right.
I have an
Okay.
update for you on Fatal Fury: City of the Wolves. For real this time.
Ah, that was not great on the eyes. Yeah. I mean, we're at the point too where it's like we had the hot start, now it's gonna slow down for a little bit. Which means we're gonna get more of these ads because that's what it has to be. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but let's be real. Like, I've seen people complain about how this show's set up. It's like, guys, this is like the mainstream one now. You have to expect this now. I don't like it either, but like, this is what it takes for these kind of shows to happen. It can't just be an hour straight of trailers. There has to be stuff like this to put a show like this together if they want to really market it out there. My reaction is so uninterested because I know this is going to be a mobile game. So I'm like, not even paying really attention to it. And there it is. Meh. Alright, well, there's your Gundams. But yeah, like, as of so far, it's been fine. Like, again, a lot of this is stuff that is either not for me at all, or I need to see more. So we're in a similar spot to how the state of play was earlier this week, where, or was it last week? My time is already screwed up as hell. But, I don't have a problem with what they've done. but really the only thing that's gotten my attention is that No Room in Hell 2 game. So if I pair it right up against the State of Play, it's that against Astrobot. Astrobot is the more interesting thing to me right now, so at this point, State of Play is still bleeding slightly in terms of my own personal interest. But we haven't gotten to the last half of the show where they're going to throw a couple of big things at the end.
Horror films over the years, like Get Out, Megan, and last year's Five Nights at Freddy's. Well, now Blumhouse is entering the video game world in a big way.
Okay, so another game not for me. Good to know. Nope.
Dark times await us. Vengeance will take shape.
Nope. Nope. Nobody. Nope. 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 Ooh, double nope.
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. I must not sleep. I am terrified to sleep. And I am scared
Triple
to
nope.
death to stay awake.
Don't worry, Viv. If any ghosts actually show up, I'll protect you.
Amy?
And quadruple nope.
No matter what, just go home, Viv.
Amy!
The local police department asked me to help with a case. Why would they need a game designer?
Quadruple nope.
Should have some developer mode.
Weirdly enough, the most terrifying one was the pixel art, which is kind of crazy.
Dark times await us.
Well, if you're a horror fan, you just found a bunch of shit that you might be interested in.
Please welcome Jason Blum, CEO and founder of Blumhouse, and Luis Blaine, creative lead at Blumhouse Games.
Oh, I don't want to hear you guys talk endlessly about scary shit.
Hey guys, so we got ourselves a full slate there. That's incredible. So Jason, tell us a bit about why did you want to get into games like this? What are we doing?
Well, we've been very, very busy. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having us. Thank you guys all. Great to hear the fans out there. You'll all be very happy to know we're working at this very minute on the sequel of Five Nights at Freddy's. It's coming. Don't worry. Anyway,
It's at that point that, like, I'm so checked out of it. I mean, I was never into it really that much to begin with, but at least, like, you know, game theory kept some of it alive. But, like, this is one of those things, too, where I'm like, okay, guys, how many of these do you still need?
That's what you see here. We're going to do independent games. We're going to look for creators and give them a platform and encourage these creators to be weird and subversive and find the most effed up, scariest things they can and put them into really cool games.
Well, they look great. It's a really diverse, cool slate. Luis, tell us a bit about, we saw a bunch of games there. What can you tell us about kind of the overall lineup of games?
Well, as you just saw from our slate, our horror games are a lot like Blumhouse movies. They come in many different flavors of fear, which means there's a horror game for everyone. So maybe
That's not true. There aren't horror games for me. Because if they were horror games, they automatically aren't for me.
Or maybe, Jeff, you just want some bonus murder in your otherwise very cozy farming sim. I think, you know, we as horror fans, we know that there are so many different subgenres to explore. And our independent development partners, they feel the same and they're just as excited, which means we've got psychological nightmares, we have supernatural scares, we have cosmic horror. And our team has worked really hard to work with global, creative, talented partners. And that means for us that we really want to, as we're working in indie projects, which means that we can take risks. You know, we can be flexible, and really we can push the limits of what's possible in scary storytelling, and we're so excited.
Yeah, no, it looks awesome, all the stuff you have there. And I know, you know, we'll get into when games are coming out, but some of these are coming soon, Jason, right? We got a good slate.
Well, yeah, we're on PC and console, and yeah, we wanted to start with not just one, but we wanted to start with a few games. So you want to tell us about those?
Yeah, so Fear the Spotlight is our first release coming later this year, and it really hits our mission statement. It's an amazing 90s horror experience. It's got great characters, a compelling narrative. It's also super creepy, and I think people will be big fans of it, even if you're not normally into horror. And quickly, actually, Fear the Spotlight is getting its first trailer as part of the Day of the Dev showcase, so stay tuned after the show.
Directly after. Awesome. Well, I know this is just the start, so we'll probably be seeing you in future years with more from
I will say it's interesting how over the last, like, especially the last 5 years, I've noticed how horror games have become a bigger and bigger presence on a lot of these shows.
Brand new Power Rangers game with a retro feel.
Okay. Being judgmental on this. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. So that's 2 games. Alright, well, this is now better than State of Play. It took a while. It took us 45 minutes, but we're there. What in the fuck? These are interesting choices. I'm not sure how I feel, but I mean, I'm still in. I'm already way out on this game. I'm already super out on this game if it's just about death. I don't need that shit. I'm only 36 and I'm already terrified of death. I don't need more of it. Nope. 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 And because, of course, it has to, we have to get creepy somehow. Nope. It's gonna be death heavy, and it's gonna be weird, and it's gonna be super feelsy, and I'm not in for that right now. Nope.
Has a team of 8 helping him realize his vision with financial aid from the French government, and games like that are why we do this show, giving first-time developers a chance to show you what they're working on. All right, next, after a long wait, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is arriving later this year. This is a first-person open-world action RPG from Warhorse Studios. Here is a brand new look.
Oh good, is there going to be more complaints about it?
The best laid plans of men don't always come to fruition. Man proposes,
Never did play the first one.
And then boots you right in the balls. These two young fellas, I need to find them. One's a smart-ass smith, and the other's a blue-blooded fledgling.
You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak?
Gentlemen, praise be to our Lord Jesus Christ. Our Father, there are many sinners in this world. But in the end, we all face your judgment.
Well, they certainly were gonna hide and shit in this one.
But lacked the courage to do.
The last time I ran away, I lost everything. I'm never gonna run from that fucker again.
Kiss our asses! God, is this retribution for my sins?
To the task!
Come on! To the fucking task.
Who knows? Maybe there's an interest somewhere down the line.
Next, we step into the dark mind of Silent Hill creator Keiichiro Toyama-san. Back in 2021, we announced his new game, Slitterhead, at the Game Awards, and now we're giving you a look at the gameplay from his independent, Tokyo-based studio.
Nope. Nope. I'm trying to remember what the announcement was way back when. Well, that looks like an issue. Welp. So in other words, we're watching a lot of people die as you keep changing over. Yeah, it gets a bit of that Soulsborne-esque kind of deal with it too, which... Like, this looks fucking cool visually to see. I don't know if this is at all interesting to me, though. Oh, don't give us the chance to potentially kill the popper. No! Don't do that. What in the fuck?
That's what I call a dramatic entrance. There's a reason why I'm called Killer Bean. It's because I'm good at what I do. Really. Really. Good.
This is just wacky enough to be at least interesting.
I used to be an assassin for the Shadow Agency. An international organization powerful enough to shape the world. until they lied to me and tried to kill me. Now, I'm gonna destroy them.
You're the gosh darn idiot who wants to take down the Shadow Agency! Well, it is sure nice to meet you. Before you die.
This is one of those things where I'm like, I'm not sure what to think about it.
They made me who I am, and I will make them pay for it.
I mean, it's something to keep an eye on, but man, that's either just like a real bad streamer game or maybe a little interesting, but I can't really tell the difference.
By another single developer, believe it or not, right here in Los Angeles, Jeff Liu, who previously worked as an animator on movies like The Matrix Reloaded. So fun. It's amazing what can happen in this industry. All right, to introduce their brand new game, please welcome from the Game Bakers, a small independent studio in Montpellier, France, Audrey Laprince and Emmerich Toa.
Hello, Jeff, everyone. I'm very happy to be here. When we created our studio, Emmerich and I, we promised each other to always come up with something new. So after Fury and Haven, we're here to introduce our new game,
Okay.
Cairn, a survival climber. When I was a teenager, my dad prepared an expedition to Mount K2, but half of his team didn't come back. And I've always wondered, why do alpinists risk their lives in such extreme conditions? This is something we wanted to explore in Cairn.
Cairn is a game about what it takes to go beyond your limits. You climb a mountain to reach a summit never reached before. And the climbing gameplay is the challenge. It's very intense and realistic. It's a face-off between you and the mountain. And what you're going to see in the trailer is not from cutscenes. It's the actual climbing gameplay. You can see more later today during Day of the Devs, but now let's have a look.
Huh. I mean, it definitely is something different. They certainly weren't kidding about that. Although I don't know if I'm here for an excessive amount of grunting and screaming. That's the only flip side to that. You have my attention.
I'm meant to be here. I'm a fighter. I'm meant to be in the arena, in combat. But instead, I'm out here in the middle of the woods, running a tea shop. So, what does running a tea shop involve? Well, there's a lot of gardening, and I've had to get used to the pretty unique tea machine they've got here. None of these tasks are all that hard, they just take patience. And I'm not really the patient type, but I'm surviving. Of course, I have to actually serve the tea to our customers,
And once that's done, I'll usually check in with Boro, the guy who owns the shop, to see if my help is needed anywhere. And when all the chores are done, sometimes I'll just sit on a bench and do absolutely nothing. It's not fighting, but it's peaceful. And what's weird is that I actually feel good. I'm happy. I can stop running now.
I don't know what that means. What's happy?
I can stop. I can stop running. This is good for me. I need to enjoy this. I feel good. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Curious. Because it makes you wonder, like, where's the turn in that?
Stop the announcement of the next game from Davey Redden, the creator of the Stanley Parable. I sense there's a twist coming, as you would expect from him in Ivy Road. Cannot wait to play that. All right, now here's a look at the story trailer for Unknown 9 Awakening, a narrative action-adventure game that tells the story of Haruna, a young woman born with the ability to venture into the fold, a dimension that overlaps our own.
Yeah, we are deep into the indie parts right now.
Do you feel it?
I do.
Your progress is impressive lately, Haruna.
These are incredible.
They called themselves the Sahin. 9 among them were chosen and shielded from death.
The Unknown 9. Does this have anything to do with why Vincent is here?
Humanity has lived for eons at the mercy of the Nine. It's time we took control of
A lot of these trailers are in similar boats to a lot of others, where it's a case of like, these all look like slightly interesting, but we're at a point where it's like, a lot of these are always going to come down to, I want to see what reviews are saying, I want to see what other people are saying about it. And it's kind of the problem, it's the only downside to a lot of these trailers, is that no matter how cool something looks, you're always suspicious.
This is exactly where I'm meant to be.
So, I mean, at this point, looks cool, but like we're still talking about stuff that's kind of like, for lack of a better word, unknown.
Vincent found something down there.
Hey, how about we see the world together?
I finally have something. Something that I want to protect.
I'll steal your heart.
I've never tried any of these, and it's just never been an inclination to even start. Wow, pre-order now in 7 days. Well, you're really going for it. Yeah, 50% off Street Fighter ain't gonna do it, guys. Not until you start making these games allow for single-player modes to be like completely cut off from it. So those of us that want to just kind of mess with that, play it for 10, 20 hours and then be done with it.
Delusion taken form walks into my great hall.
Jeez, don't that feel like a Soulsborne?
Feel honored to fight a legend. On guard. To your greatest final chapter.
Oh, I was not expecting that. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely some sort of Soulsy. Yeah, consumables? Yeah, that's a Souls game if I ever saw one. Nope.
Live for more Summer Game Fest. The first Descendant, powered by Unreal Engine 5, is a next-gen looter shooter with dynamic cooperative gameplay, including a grappling hook mechanic. It is finally set for release, and we're very happy here to debut the new trailer and the reveal of the release date.
Looter shooter just immediately it's now hit that point too, like a lot of other things where it's just like, nope. I feel so bad for a lot of these games now because they made it in a time where they started producing it in a time where these games were at their biggest. And now these games are coming out when they're at a time of people being like, I don't give a shit about these kind of games anymore right now. I mean, don't get me like if this was shown off to us like 10 years ago, I'd be like, dude, this looks fucking cool. But we're not 10 years ago. And this is like reminding me of Anthem just with a little more sex appeal to it. And that's not exactly helpful because Anthem was really, really bad. I mean, this part of the trailer is like selling the concept. But again, you tell me looter shooter and I just immediately go, and A, I don't have the time for that shit no more, and B, I don't have the patience for that shit no more. Art design's cool as fuck, though. I mean, with a lot of these things, too, when I do say that, like, you know, the looter shooter stuff just doesn't do anything to me anymore, that's not code for I will never play one of these again. It's code for fucking one of you impress me for once. Fucking do something. Buck the trend. Overcome the bullshit that all of these games fall into. You do that, you got me. I didn't think I was going to play a lot of games like Helldivers 2 anymore, and then Helldivers 2 came out.
Be available across PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam. Wishlisted now and prepare for the release on July 2nd. And now, please welcome two developers whose hit indie game Among Us took the world by storm in a couple game awards. From Inner Sloth, here are Victoria Tran and Forrest Willard.
What's up, gamers?
Cringe.
Can you believe they just let us be on this stage? Like, no chaperones. Like,
I know. Can we announce something totally fake? Do you
like
think they'll let us do that?
Among Us 2? Among Us 3? 4? Oh, all right. Well, turns out we actually have something very real we wanted to present to you all today. There's been so many great indie games in recent years, but it's also been no secret that it's kind of a rough time in the industry. Some devs don't really get the chance they deserve, so we thought we could help out a little bit. That's why we're excited to announce our side project, Outer Sloth, an indie game fund we made that offers the kind of deals we would have wanted back in our less popular Among Ye days.
This is our way of saying thank you to our crewmates, players, peers, by helping some games and devs have the funding and freedom needed to ship their games. And then we all get to play them, which was the real plan. I really want games. Outer Sloth is our passion project and dream for a better, more sustainable industry. We are really excited and incredibly nervous to reveal it here and show you the current lineup of games we've managed to fund because of you. And don't worry, Jeff, it has your favorite, a ton of world premieres. Enjoy!
I do appreciate the quirkiness of this trailer.
Hi, I'm Ian from ShapeShot, and you may already be playing our first game, Mars First Logistics.
We're Trinket Studios, creators of Battle Chef Brigade, and this is our card battler RPG, Battle Suit Aces.
We are Studio
Okay.
20%, and we're making the Marsfield Archives, a game about building and exploring connections.
Hi, we're Midnight Munches. We just released a demo for one-button bosses, our boss rush game with a single button to press and a ton of bosses to beat.
Hey, I'm Husband, game director at Huscrafts, and this is Rogue Eclipse, our epic spaceflight action roguelike, where you'll have to customize and master your starfighter, take on merciless armadas, and vanquish a fleet of colossal super destroyers.
And we do have one more game that's very early in development.
Hi, I'm Eka, creative director of Outer Loop Games, makers of Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age. In our new game, explore the world in an upgradable mech and cook up tasty dishes for local communities. Fight off corpos, discover new dosa recipes, and reunite with your strange loved ones for one last meal. Project Dosa is a game about life, death, love, and food for the soul.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Thanks, Victoria and Forrest. Those all look fantastic.
It's always appreciative too that the industry seems to like coming together for these kind of things, so
Aren't the only thing coming
always
out
super
this
cool to
month.
see.
Did you know that there's going to be an Among Us TV show? Sounds like you did. Yes, there's going to be an Among Us TV show.
Of course, everything's getting a show now. Yakuza's got a show. Speaking of which, where's that trailer? I want to see that. Although, what would it, that's the thing. What's an Among Us show gonna look like? I mean, there have to be voices in here somewhere, right? So this is actually kind of weird. Okay, there we go. Yeah, those are some people.
Up next, we have Sonic X Shadow Generations.
All right, there you go, Chris. Here's your Sonic.
A definitive greatest hit collection of 3D and 2D levels from Sonic and Shadow's history. Now it's time for a glimpse of
Shadow's history.
powers and gameplay
Shadow's history.
as well as the official release date announcement.
Yeah, we all know about that epic history of Shadow the Hedgehog. Yeah, I mean, it's just more of the same that you come to expect from these now. Although I will say, like, this doesn't hit nearly the same way that the original generations did, because that was all the levels that I grew up with. This is a lot of the stuff that I was starting to check out of Sonic from, so this doesn't nearly hit the same way. I really don't like this play 3 days early thing. I really don't like that.
The Year of Shadow, right? A movie coming in December, too. Exciting stuff. All right. In the upcoming online survival game, Dune Awakening from Funcom, there is one small decision that unleashed a chain of events which set the stage for the story the player will experience. Let's find out for the first time what that is.
Okay.
The only peace I find is a future that never happened. One where I, Paul Atreides, never born. I created the future until it created me. But I see a narrow way, a path that might have been. What if my mother had obeyed her orders and given birth to a girl? Everything would change. Dr. Yue exposed before his betrayal.
I imagine this is a big deal to anybody who knows the lore of Dune. I have no knowledge of any of this other than what I've very, very, very didn't pay much attention to in the first movie because I really don't like the first Dune movie. So this is all like, I'm sure Dune fans are probably watching this being like, oh shit, and I'm like,
Exterminated. No, Muad'Dib. No, Lisan al-Gaib.
But also, again,
No, Kwisatz.
cinematic trailer,
All of my visions lead
don't
to
care.
except for this one. This one leads to you.
Yeah, I'm good.
Human Awakening coming at Gamescom O&L in August. Now it is time to see the announcement of another new game from a brand new development studio.
Okay. I'm in for Animu. What are you doing? Hey, it's Helldivers, but anime. Okay, maybe not. Gotta be some gameplay in this, because whenever they say, oh, it's a new game from a new developer, it's like, okay. And then it's just an animated trailer. I'm like, okay. And then it'll be like, wish list now. And I'll be like, okay. I don't think we're getting gameplay. Nope.
To tell us more about Battle Aces and show you the gameplay, here's David.
All right, thank you. At least you're aware of it.
Thanks, Jeff. So Battle Aces is the RTS game for
Oh, never mind, I'm out.
for players that are brand new to RTS as well as RTS veterans. We really want to bring the core fun of RTS to everybody, kind of like how games such as World of Warcraft did for MMOs or Hearthstone did for card games. So Battle Aces is an action-packed...
Tell me you're trying to get a job at Activision Blizzard without telling me you're trying to get a job at Activision Blizzard.
We want to bring this type of very specific RTS fun to players in two major ways.
You're also probably sitting there and be like, hey, bitches, make StarCraft 3 already.
The in and out of game strategizing through unit decks. And what makes unit decks very cool is not only will players be able to define the exact way that they wish to play, but also players will be able to experience an endless possibility of strategies. Second, we want to eliminate the tedious clicks required to play an RTS as much as possible so that players playing this game are experiencing only the fun parts of playing an RTS game. So, if you want
As if to say that RTS games aren't that much fun.
want to sign up for our beta test that's coming up very soon, then please make sure to visit our website at playbattleaces.com. Thank you.
Thank you, David. That was fantastic. All right. Our next premiere unveils the exciting new destination for a game that shadow dropped at the Game Awards last year, the Finals, with its unparalleled destruction wrapped in the world's most deadly game show. Now, after dozens of updates in 2 seasons, we're unveiling where contestants will be going in the all-new season starting next week on June 13th. Sharpen your katanas and welcome to Season 3 of the Finals.
If they hit that reset button, it can take us anywhere.
It's like it's a joke at this point. I swear to God, every year there is something where a just stupid amount of developers all get together and go, hey, you want to make the same thing but slightly different? Another thing where it's like, hey, cool, you want to be part of it, like an Asian, like Japanese, like feudal Japan interest? And we're like, yeah, you want 900 other games to do the exact same concept? Depends on how good the other 899 are, I guess.
The finals in Kyoto. All right. Please welcome multiple Game Awards winner and a dazzling Game Awards performer, if I do say so myself, Sam Lake from Remedy.
Hey! See, he knows. He knows.
I think that's enough. Thank you. Hi.
Not true. Bring them all back out. Do it again.
The only way they let me come on stage to tell you something exciting news about Alan Wake 2. Many of you have been posting your Remedy game collection pictures on your shelves with Alan Wake 2 so far digital only, sadly missing. Well, we are excited to announce physical deluxe editions and physical...
I didn't realize that there weren't physical copies.
For Alan Wake 2 coming this fall. You can look in.
Is that actually a thing?
Starting tomorrow. Next, we promised you some expansion content for Alan Wake 2, right? I'm thrilled to introduce you all to Night Springs. It contains 3 episodes with 3 familiar, fan-favorite, playable characters in mysterious, terrifying, and quirky what-if scenarios. It was a chance for us to really go out there, as if we already didn't. Night Springs will be playable in less than 24 hours. Tomorrow. Thank you. Now, with this...
Now, I assume that that means when they say fan favorites that, like, are they going to do something with the old Gods of Asgard sort of setup? Are they bringing back, what's her, I can't remember her name from Control.
Night Springs, a special place, a shifting space, existing in a countless number of parallel realities. Different every time we set upon the road that leads us there, and yet always familiar to us in Night Springs.
I'm in danger. Please, my #1 fan. You're the only one who can save me.
And I will come back for you, my love.
And cut. Sean, I'm really happy.
This is gonna get strange.
There it is.
I was the only one who could save the writer and the fairies.
I haven't played the other games, so I'm sure that these are all characters within the Alan Wake series. I just don't know who they are.
Something was different.
But it's cool to see her back.
I have a shotgun.
Well, I gotta... Wait, that's a real shotgun?
Who can ever truly know how deep the rabbit hole goes in Night Springs?
Cool beans. I was just hoping for a whole other Asgard, or Old Gods of Asgard. I was hoping for another Herald of Darkness number, but I don't always get what I want.
Seeking mastery over death itself. A cruel and beautiful paradise where primal forces clash.
Blech. Blech.
That's right, New World Eternum will launch on PS5, Xbox.
You could tell
Series
that no
X,
one gives a
and
shit
PC
about that game because even with
Now you
like
can play the game starting
almost
with
every game has gotten some amount of applause, that one was probably as weak as it
If you're watching
gets.
SGF on TikTok Live right now, you can comment HSR in the chat to claim a special in-game bundle for Honkai Star Rail of Stellar Jade from TikTok Game Rewards. And speaking of Honkai Star Rail, Hoyoverse's latest space fantasy RPG just concluded its version 2.3 special program a few hours ago. But there's more. A sneak peek at the upcoming expedition featuring a beloved character who is clearly ready for the forthcoming journey with her brand new look.
I still have not like seriously taken a look at any of Hoyoverse's stuff, and not sure if I have any intention of doing so.
You see, everything is possible in this land of dreams. The nightmarish past will disperse and fade away like bubbles in water, and the future that you don't want to face will never come.
Like every time I see a trailer for a Hoyoverse game, I just go, just make a fucking anime and get over with it. Jesus. And a problem with a lot of these trailers too, I'll say, is like, again, they never show gameplay, so they're really just showing you like this anime short, and I always go like, how, like, I know us anime fans can be a little bit on the easy side to sell to. I didn't think we were that easy. Like, that trailer is specifically designed for people who are already playing. I don't know how you get anybody in there with that trailer apart from people that have just never seen a lot of anime before and go, oh, that's super cute. I'm realizing that it's been an hour and a half, and I'm like, man, I need to stop doing these on my own. I need people to bounce off of. Wow, this doesn't give me an interest all that much. Playing great music. Feels like a much older PC game, doesn't it? Like, I can't say this is doing anything for me. I'm kind of getting to the point where it's like, all right, can we get on with this? This is taking a little bit long. I knew it was 2 hours, but this is a longer 2 hours than I thought it was going to be.
There you have it, the Unforgiven
And you can kind of tell in the crowd too, they're definitely dying.
Adventure Dark and Darker is now live on both Steam and Epic Games Store today. So play.
They're definitely fading too.
Lots of fans are joining us here in person at the YouTube Theater, and we thank you for that. And ahead of the show, 4 lucky fans were upgraded to our VIP section thanks to the Discover Orange Ticket upgrade. With Discover, you don't have to be a VIP to be treated like one. All right, now here's the announcement of the release date for Capcom's upcoming Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess.
Oh look, another Asian-inspired game. What a new concept. At least this one looks weird as fuck, so you know what? That's giving it something. I'm trying to even kind of get a sense of what the gameplay is here. But this definitely has, like, a Fortnite feel to it. Oh, yeah. It's Fortnite, but not Fortnite. Hey! Has it not come out yet? I feel like it's just a game that I've had on my radar and just plumb forgot about. Because it's basically Gang Beasts, but even cuter. Hmm. Oh, of course. They found a way to somehow put Uno in there at all. So is it actually out, or is it still... Yeah, it's out, isn't it? Is this the Aliens game again? Never mind.
To take this time to dispel any of these completely unfounded rumors and allegations, and reassure you that things here at Amcorp
Be funny.
and the city
Be
of
funny.
Amsterdam have never been better. Things are going great here.
Be
We have
funny.
absolutely nothing to hide from the citizens. Everybody here at Amcorp loves this town. We think this town rules. Why would we hurt a town that rules? I can't stop thinking about how you're saying we're selling the city for scraps. That makes me sick. That makes my whole family sick to their stomachs. My wife hasn't been on the toilet for weeks because of what you're saying about what M-Corp's doing to this town, all those lies. Everyone at M-Corp is really good.
Stop crying, all right? This is business. Look around, pal. This is how businesses are run. Now, you should have known that when you were hired on, okay? Jack, tissues. Come on, pal.
Sort of funny. I'm waiting to see what the turn is, though.
That's a father and son. That's actually a home issue. We love it here at M-Corp, and we are not going anywhere. We'll be here a long time. Fine. Nobody panic.
What?
All right, welcome back to Summer Game Fest, and now let's head to Sam Vansterdam for a new look at Skate from EA.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing, bud?
Oh.
Crap. Some really bad stuff's happening out there. They're gonna need a lot of help cleaning that up. That's bad.
Oh. That's an interesting way of doing it. Okay. That was a interesting way of setting that up.
Very exciting that people will finally be able to play Skate on console in the near future.
Maybe.
Our next world premiere is an indie sensation from Japan that is adorable, deadly, and has over 25 million players worldwide. That's right, I'm talking about Pow World. I mean, just look at the giant depresso. Cheer up, buddy. It's Summer Game Fest. Now, here is the first major update announcement. A whole new island is coming.
I'm still so shocked that this actually A came out and B is thriving. Because, like, you figure that it would have been a horrible game that was just made out of a concept of just trying to get Pokemon fans slightly curious. And here it is being one of the best-selling games in a long time. Just crazy in retrospect to think about. I still remember the first time I saw that trailer and said, yeah, there's no way that's coming out. And here we are. It's also just such a bizarre clash.
That was high on the Steam charts. Congrats to Power World on the new update. Next up, we've got a big announcement from Valorant. Here's Andy
Boo.
Gilfison from the Valorant dev team. Guys.
Thanks, Jeff. Hey, everyone. Since
I understand we've got to get the esports people happy.
In their pursuit of what we call the Valorant moment. The big plays and clutches you make while all eyes are on you.
Millions of players all over the world have earned their own Valor moments on PC. And today, the stage is set to welcome a whole new group of players. Let's take a look.
IO, what are you doing now?
Target down.
As someone who's never played Valorant, I look at this and be like, is that really how quick kill time can get? I will say that we are definitely at the point that this did not need to be 2 hours. And just judging from the crowd reactions for a lot of stuff, they don't think it needed to be either. This could have been, like, at most an hour, hour and a half. You could also, like, as another idea, too, like, if you really have, like, this much stuff and you want to show off, have 2 different streams. I mean, we got stuff going all the way over the weekend. Like, why don't you have something to kick off Friday and then you have something to end things off Monday or whatever? Because, like, this is starting to kill me. I'm not gonna lie, this is starting to kill. I'm getting a little weak here. The only reason I'm still here is A, because I have to be, and B, because I want to know what there is at the end.
That was Valorant's core tactical gameplay. everything you just saw was captured on console and with a controller. Valorant is coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S this year. Our limited beta starts June 14th, and you can sign up right now at beta.playvalorant.com.
We are so excited for your input to make sure that Valorant plays great on console. And we hope to see you soon in the limited beta. But before we go, here's the head of Valorant Studio, Anna Donlin.
Thanks, guys. Hey, everyone. One of my favorite things about Valorant has been seeing the community build the game and the sport right along with us.
Uh-huh.
For the last 4 years, we have been on the most amazing journey, bringing Valorant to players all
Is
around
this
the world,
necessary?
most recently to China, where I'm currently at Valorant Masters, one of our largest global tournaments and community celebrations. Seeing the community evolve as new players bring their passion and expression to Valorant has been the biggest joy of the ride so far. And now we are ready and so excited to welcome a whole new group of players onto new platforms. We hope you'll join us, and we can't wait to see where you take us next.
So bored. Now what? Or is this still more of the same? Yeah, it's still more of the same. I mean, I shouldn't complain. We haven't had a lot of esports stuff in here, so, you know, let them have their time. It's just this time wouldn't be nearly as draining to me if it was a 1-hour stream. I'm all of a sudden wanting to say the state of play is better just because it didn't take all of my evening here. I'm dying here. It's been 1 hour 43 minutes, and I can think of like 3 things I was truly excited for. This does not need to be this long. You already had a long trailer and you just... This is how bad it's getting. I'm complaining about how long trailers are.
Exciting to have Riot on console with Valorant. Thanks to the team at Riot for sharing that with us here at SG.
I'm also thinking about it. How long has Valorant been a thing? How has this not been... Like, again, I don't pay attention to this shit because I'm not in it. This hasn't been on console before? How did Valorant not get on console until now?
Now, here in the audience, we've got a guy who is normally co-streaming our shows, Yang Ya, who is also an amazing voice actor, who's been in countless games such as Like a Dragon and God of War Ragnarok. Well, next week, Yang is going to be voicing a character in a movie, Inside Out 2, where he plays a fictional video game character, Lance Slashblade. And we've got your exclusive first look. Check this out.
Welcome to your eternal fate.
Lance Slashblade? But he's a video game character. Why is he here?
Yeah, I always thought Riley had a secret crush on him.
I never saw the appeal.
I long to be a hero, but darkness.
Oh god. This is hitting so hard for my generation. Every parent of a child that is wanting to see this movie is watching this who is a gamer and being like, oh, this is all of my worst moments all into one.
No one is totally worthless.
But I am a warrior cursed with a feeble attack.
I will say the animation is amazing for that.
Shield yourself, my friends, for I shall set you all free!
That's funny.
Gaming monitor brand in the US, Samsung, just released new 2024 monitors for gaming, work, and entertainment. Scan the
Sorry, Aces guy, incorrect.
Samsung credit when you purchase through June 17th, plus a chance to win $5,000 Samsung credit for US residents.
Summer Game Fest 2024! Look at all of you cooped up watching video game announcements. And yes, Chicken does look a lot like Ken Jeong. And today, Chicken is excited to share a new game that Chicken and Chicken's buddies are in called Squad Busters. You fight monsters, collect lots of shiny things, and Chicken has a big role. That's all that matters. And here is our big ad. Squad up. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Cock-a-doodle-doo!
What's going on? Who are you?
Oh, this is weird. This is like the wrong kind of weird to me.
I'm the chicken.
We're here to make your life more fun.
I'm fine. I drink right out of the carton.
I don't think you know the definition of fun. Come on, get up.
I am butt naked from the waist down, so...
Get out of the f***ing bed, dude.
Get out of the bed.
All right.
Tell me about yourself.
I think I'm an excellent candidate for the job because...
Your sword play, tell me about your sword play.
He is a bridge.
He's one of the most equitable people I've ever met.
Great emotionally.
Also, I pillaged a few villages. I'm not a lawyer. Okay?
Look, I'm just here for Chris Hemsworth, and that's about it.
Which is why you'll have the job. Congratulations. What's the parking like?
There's more where that came from.
Oh, I hope not.
Guys, maybe everything isn't a squad activity.
Just relax your bowels, your mind.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm here for that. Okay. If there's anything I'll take from that, it was that moment.
Pathetic.
Pasta. Jinx. No, you Jinx. You supposed to be a lumberjack? Hey, you wouldn't happen to want to go chop some trees, would you? I'd be delighted.
I think our job here is done.
Where are you going? You can't leave.
We ain't never leaving you. Goodbye.
Here. That came from inside me.
Well, at least that kind of got me, you know, momentarily awake.
You want me to shut the door, or?
What?
It's a weird kind of getting in there, but
SGF stage, Monster Hunter series producer, Mr. Ryozo Tujimoto. Ryozo-san.
はい、サンキュージェーン。今日はですね、モンスターハンターワイルズの、最新の映像を持ってまいりました。今回ですね、後半にですね、完全新規で、今回
I still remember when they were acting like, oh, we got one more big thing for you, and it was Monster Hunter Wilds, and I'm like, Monster Hunter's cool and all. I wouldn't say it's a one more drop, though. At least this now feels a little more natural for what it is.
For a very mysterious large monster near the end of the trailer, as it's an important monster within the game.
はい、本作ではですね、没入感とアクション、こちらの融合を目指して開発を進めております。モンスターハンターワイルズは2025年にプレイステーション5、Xbox シリーズ XS、そして PC で同時発売となります。また今回はですね、プラットフォームの垣根を越えて一緒に遊ぶことができますので、そちらも楽しんでいただけたらと思っています。
Just out of fun too, in the Discord, which by the way you should be in. I was joking around in the chat after the first trailer of Lego Horizon, being like, "Oh, Kaylan's gonna love the first trailer." He finally just answered back, going Splinter Cell. Immediately just said, "Lol, no."
Xbox Series X and S and PC.
はい、最後になりますが、8月に行われるゲームズコンのオープニングナイトライブ、こちらの方でも新しい映像を持っていきますので、皆さん楽しみに。
Kaylan, if you want Splinter Cell, you're gonna have to wait for Ubisoft, and even then, you'll probably still be waiting.
初のプレイヤブルのできるような形で出展も考えておりますので、そちらもぜひ楽しみにしていただけたらと思っています。
Lastly, there will be a new trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds at Opening Night Live at Gamescom in August. And our first public hands-on playable demo of Monster Hunter Wilds will also debut at Gamescom. Thank you.
Over there!
Why are you here?
You can't do this alone!
We need to shake them off! Follow me! Yeah! Here it comes!
There's too many of them!
Watch out for that glove!
I feel like they're trying to get a little more cinematic with it, which I'm not opposed to.
I will draw a tire! Cover me!
You got it. Be careful.
Be ready! If we can make it to the rocks, we may lose them.
Like this kind of universe is ripe for like a really cool adventure game.
As I feared, it picked up our scent.
I'll handle it. You find someplace safe.
Thank you.
That's good. Giving me like mad like was it Twilight Princess? Yeah, I think the Twilight Princess were the vibes I'm getting with that.
Don't worry, the hunter is here. Just watch. You'll see what hunting is all about.
Just give me my twin blades and I'll go nuts.
Thank you, Ryosa-san. We will see you at Gamescom in August. Now, during last year's PlayStation Showcase, the game Phantom Blade Zero from S-Game wowed us all with its blazing fast combat and stylish art. Well, I'm honored to share with you the brand new trailer for the game featuring all real gameplay. Here's our final game of the show, Phantom Blade Zero.
Final game of the show. Okay, well. If that's really it, I could have not been here for about 90 minutes of this.
How many days do I have left? 42 or 41?
The face of this is here!
Don't go up there. Turn back before it's too late.
Yeesh. Yeah, like again, we're looking at Soulsborne-y stuff. Man, like I get why this is like end of show material for a lot of people. I can't. I can't. Not really it.
That looks so good. Full demo that media will be playing this weekend, so you'll hear much more about that. And that's going to do it for our Summer Game Fest live show. Thanks to Joy for joining us.
Thank you, Jeff. I had such an amazing time. Happy Summer Game Fest, everyone.
Thanks, Joy. And
Why
we
do we
so
have to be
much more
cringe
to
with
stay tuned
this?
Day of the Devs is coming up live right now on the stream, featuring an hour of indie game reveals, including the next game from Cappy, and that's followed by Devolver Direct. Now, keep checking summergamefest.com for other event streams this weekend, and we'll see you again live this August 20th in Germany for Gamescom Opening Night Live. Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember, Day of the Devs starts right now.
Nope. No, it don't. Nope. We're done. Ugh. Ugh. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Kaylan's right. This needs to chill a bit. I'm usually okay with Summer Game Fest because it tends to be a little more of the funky stuff. This was bad. Like, there was more interesting games, but they had 2 hours. State of Play used it in like 30 minutes. And I still got one really good game out of that. This I got 3, but it took forever to get there. Yeah, I don't know which was better, to be honest, right now. And Xbox apparently is 2 hours as well. And I'm not very confident what Microsoft is coming right now. I mean, they may surprise me here, but oh boy. That was rough. I could have done a lot of other things than do that for 2 hours. Oh boy. And I'm already... See, here's how long it's been. I forget a couple of the other things that I was interested in. I still remember No Room in Hell 2. And I'm kind of forgetting what else was curious. I'm kind of losing that. Yeah. What can you say? There was a point, and it happened with the Game Awards too, where you get to that stage where it's all indie, it's all esports, or it's all like mobile advertising, like whatever else that is. And it drags. Every single time this happens, it drags. I know why you do it, Jeff. I know why. But man, you gotta split this shit up. The Game Awards, nothing we can do about it. We understand the Game Awards is one big show. Summer Game Fest does not need to be 2 hours. This could have easily been done in 2 separate shows. Or even just less. But I get it, you're renting at a big theater. You gotta do something with it. But man. Man, oh man, oh man. This is just horrible. Horrible for me. I'm dying. I cannot wait to do anything else right now because I was getting so fucking bored. And to be real, the end sucked. I don't care about anything. Like, Monster Hunter a little bit, but like, I've already seen it. Nothing cool came. Like, nothing cool came at the end. I could have stopped not even halfway. I could have stopped at 30 minutes basically and would have been fine. I could have just caught it like with the myriad of here's everything collectively, here's everything announced as Summer Game Fest articles, and we could have gotten this. Instead, I sat here with you guys for 2 hours. So, any of you that watch this stream, if you don't already like or subscribe to this channel, why the hell aren't you not? You owe me that. You owe me that for suffering through that. And then obviously like the video. It helps the algorithm out, but hey. It is what it is. At least I'll get to have some fun tomorrow morning when I record my Randomania for Monday. I mean, I say that out loud knowing that there's a very distinct possibility the game I roll is going to be pretty bad. But anyways, that's going to be it. Linktree is on the bottom of your screen there. Go to that. Check out link to our socials, link to our Discord. You really should just join the Discord right now and then apologize and say, man, I feel for you. That was a long 2 hours. And you had to sit there and talk. And you know that it sucked because I stopped talking at times because I was just zoning out so bad. It was so bad. But yeah, that's going to do it. And I'm all of a sudden glad that I'm not going to be doing this on Sunday for Xbox because I don't think on my own 2 hours is going to work again. Oh man, I don't want to do that anymore. That was so bad. Like now all of a sudden the state of plays feel like amazing because I know they're not going to be that long. But anyways, I digress. I'm going to go do anything else right now. Bye.